Hello and welcome to Dread Tidings. Yes, it's that internet show that no one watches about comics and toys and all that kind of good stuff. Yes, I'm back with natural lighting today, no less. This is actual natural light, so I do apologise if it's not to your liking, but if it isn't, well, I'm sorry, there's not much I can do about that. It's the daylight after all. We're going to be having a look at a comic, and eagle-eyed viewers will realise that the comic in question is the one that we actually got free, well, I say free, with the superhero box a little while back. More on that actually, waiting on the Batman one. The Batman one is on the way, so as soon as that comes, you lot shall be the first to know about it, and you lot shall be, watching the video with me. And a little shout out as well to two people who've been nice to me in the last sort of couple of weeks there regarding videos. One, Mercy's Little Show. I'll leave a link down the bottom. She's very nice, she does great reviews, and yeah, I like her a lot. She's very funny and likes her comics. The other one is Nerdburger. Nerdburger is a great gal. Kaz is great. I love her videos to bits. She's very, very enthusiastic about her comics and the nerdy stuff, and it's good to see. I like people who are enthusiastic. There's no point being in this sort of arena, this forum, if you will, if you don't enjoy what you do. And both of those two ladies enjoy what they do. They also booked the trend that a couple of ladies don't read comics, because they bloody well do. Okay, so there we go. Anyway, so yeah, moving on. This is from the 90s. You can tell it's from the 90s because it's got Reality Bites in it, which is a terrible Ben Stiller film. He directed it, wasn't really in it. He was in it a little bit. But it's from the early 90s, and it's a fucking awful film. But this isn't about that. This is about Superman in the 90s now. This is post-death of Superman, because he says, look, dead again. So, yeah, this is by, obviously, Jurgens and Giordano, who took over in the 90s. Superman also has a mullet. And you can see also in this issue, you get Doomsday, Supergirl, Superboy, Steel, Batman, and the Eradicator. Or are you out of your mind? Bit of both, probably. But anyway, let's have a look inside. A lot of people say, no, don't break the seal. I've broken the seal already, guys. It's all right. And immediately, this states it. NBA Jam for the Sega CD and the Game Boy. Nice. It sizzles, apparently, according to Electronic Games, and this is one you gotta have, says Game Pro. But we're not interested in that, we're interested in this. 1995. There you go. And the nice Superman symbol, and it's issue January 96, January 1995. So mid-90s. It is dated. I'm not going to have a look at the whole thing, but there are some things I do want to have a look at. The Page Master was out. That terrible Macaulay Culkin film about books. Awful. And you could get a nice t-shirt with Chips Ahoy, which is a product only recently brought out in the UK. Same with Oreos and Oreo double stuff. Been in America for years and years and years, but not so much in the UK. But yes, we have Mindscape. And basically it's Superman is losing his mind. He says, you? What are you doing here? And everyone else said, who? And look, story in pencil art, Dan Jurgens and Dick Giordano. And then lettering John Costanza, colouring Glenn Whitmore. And Superman created by Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster, obviously. And yeah, it's Superman 96, January 1995. And the basic story of the comic is that Superman seems to be losing his mind, basically. He's seeing things that aren't there. Such as Batman. He's seeing Batman. I love that picture of Batman. All that kind of stuff. Again, love it. What do you do have Ferrari's War? Look at the old Undertaker. Lex Luger. Scott Hall there. Or Reza Ramon, or whatever you want to call him. And also Bret Hart. Diesel. I always forget her name. Varon, Luna Varon, I think it is. Oh, good old Owen Hart. And others who I don't recognise. It's been a long time since I've looked at 90s wrestling, but anyway, Sylvester and Tweety Mysteries, yeah, Cage Capers, that kind of thing. But then you see things in here. The story's tosh, basically. It's rubbish. It's basically Superman is talking to nothing and seeing stuff that isn't there. And is it him or is it somebody else? We don't know. We don't know. We do find out at the end though. Jonathan Kent comes along and turns into a psycho that tries hurting Superman. Emil Hamilton there. Yeah, it's a weird one. It's not the greatest one in the world. Skyboy, Superman's partner. Oh, he isn't. He doesn't exist. Superman's just having sort of a mental breakdown. Banshee, Silver Banshee there as well. And it's a good enough comic. It's not bad. It's interesting for the period, you know, the whole fallout with the Superman, Death of Superman storyline. So you've got Steel there, you've got Superboy, you've got Cyborg Superman, Hank Henshaw, who I love. He's a character I love. And obviously that guy as well, who I forget who that is. I have a tin star there. So Steel getting hit by Superman. I always liked Steel. They never did too much with Steel, I don't think. And then Mark Kent turns up out of nowhere. He's very, very odd. It's very strange. Doomsday again turns up, starts beating Superman with his mullet. And yeah, just ultimate weirdness. Superman decides that he's trapped in a box, and he's not. It's all a load of rubbish. And he gets out of the box and goes back. But it turns out that in reality, Guardian shimmers and turns into Brainiac. And it's never my favourite iteration of Brainiac, this. He just looks a bit odd. And he looks like the leader. That's who he looks like. And I don't like the fact that he looks like the leader. But yeah, it's not the greatest comic, if I'm being honest. It could have been better executed. It was the mid-90s. What do you expect? Mid-90s were very... People say that they like it. I'm going to say that I don't. I see it as pretty creatively redundant. Everything was extreme. Everything had to be raw. And it's just not a period of comic books that I particularly like. It's very, very Liefeldian. And it's just not something I enjoy. Something I do enjoy is like battle bestiaries and things like that, and guides to characters. Now, I bought this week a couple of character guides. The first one being the Marvel Ultimate Character Guide. It is far from the Ultimate Character Guide, can I say? But I got it for about 14 quid for both of them. So I got one Marvel and I got one DC. We'll have a quick look at the Marvel one first, just to give you a brief sort of idea what it is. You do get characters that maybe you wouldn't see, like Mariner. I don't really know Mariner at all. Not a character I know much of. But the foes of Mariner are Master of the World and Norman Osborn, apparently, in the Iron Patriot. Let's have a look. Yeah, she's part of Alpha Flight, so therefore she's a bit weird. Then you got Martin X as well. Again, not a character I know much of. Marvel Boy, Master Pandemonium, Mephisto, boo, Melter, Mockingbird there as well. Mole Man. Now, Mole Man's a Jack Kirby creation. I love the Mole Man because he's part of the Fantastic Four battle bestiary, and he's part of their sort of rogue gallery. Very, very cool. And that is Kirby. I'm pretty sure it's a Kirby drawing. I really like these sort of things. Molecule Man, again, that's a Fantastic Four creation. Moon Knight, I don't really know Moon Knight. Moon Dragon, Moonstar, very moon orientated. Nikki, I love the fact that you got someone called Nikki. Nick Fury there, obviously. OG, Nick Fury. Onslaught, which is an ex-character, Pagan, and that kind of thing. You know, I really like this sort of thing. Sentry, who I remember from the old Iron Man cartoon there. Scarlet Witch, obviously getting a lot more. But, you know, these books, they're not ultimate guides. They are brief index book, looky through sort of things. They will tell you what you need to know if you don't know a character. If you think, who the hell's Valkyrie? That'll tell you who Valkyrie is. Who the hell's Venom? Like, you don't know who that is. Interesting enough, this one says that Venom is actually, at the moment, Matt Gargan, which is obviously Scorpion for years and years and years. But yeah, it's interesting. Ultron, obviously. There you go, Ultron. Ultron's mind is based on Hank Pym's patterns. That's going to be alien to a lot of people. But yeah, I like the fact that it's it's brief. It sort of tells you who they are. In years gone by, this wouldn't have been a book. This would have been sort of a card series. In fact, I used to have an X-Men card series years and years ago in the 90s, and I liked it a lot. But yeah, if you need to know who Gilgamesh is, then yeah, pause now, basically. But that's the Marvel one. Obviously, I'm more of a DC guy, but I love DC a lot. So this one is sort of more my speed, really. Open onto the Atom, which is good. Blue Devil, I didn't know who Blue Devil was. I do now. And of course, you've got Blue Beetle there. Again, very, very nicely done. Green Lantern, it says, is Hal Jordan. The Green Lantern Corps sort of goes into it. I do like the fact it has a separate page for Guy Gardner, because it's Guy Gardner. Why would you not? He's awesome. Even though now he's a Red Lantern, or he was at the start here. But he's got things like Harley Quinn there, Hawk and Dove, which is pretty cool. All the Hawkman, Hawkgirl stuff. It's a very, very, they're very nice books. Let's put it that way. They're nicely put together. Are they the most in-depth thing ever, John Stewart? Are they the most in-depth thing? No, they are not. But they are very, very nice for what they are. And they have Lobo in there. So how can you really hate it? Because Lobo is cool. So if you need just a quick reference book to say, I want to read my comics, I don't need to go in depth on some of the characters, but I would like to know who basically they are, this is quite a good way of doing it. I found them for £14 on eBay. You can find them for about sort of that here and there. If you went to somewhere like The Works, which if you didn't know, The Works is a comic book, or rather a bookstore in the UK, which used to sell discount books, now kind of doesn't. That's a good place to get it from as well. But yeah, you've got two of them, the Marvel and you've got the DC. They're very nice hardback books. The DC one is very shiny, if you can see that. Hello, you can see me. There you go, behind the camera. And it's got a very nice picture of the Flash on the back. And me behind the camera. There you go, brilliant stuff. So yeah, pick them up if you can. I think they look really good. Now, I promised to have a look at these at some point in the future, and I never did. This was back at Christmas. Now, Jenny from World of Crap actually sent me through some books, and they're really, really nice. And the video I did roll them previously, you couldn't really see them. I was quite far away. So I thought, today I'll pick them up. I'll just have a little look at them as well. Now, she sent me some really good little books, actually. Sent me this Thundercats sticker fun book, which is really cool. And it's from Grand Dreams Limited. Now, Grand Dreams did a lot of the budget annuals. If you remember my annuals videos a little while back. But this is from 1985, Telepictures Corporation, Leisure Concepts, Inc. and Ted Wolfe. And basically the idea is, you've got these books, these pictures here, not these books, these pictures, these line art. So there you've got Jaga and Lion-O, and a big space there which says number 1. So you go to here, to where it says number 1, you can take the sticker out, although I'm not sure you can with these. I'm not sure you can. I've tried, and you can't really take the sticker out. I don't want to wreck it, so I probably will leave it. But the idea is you take the sticker out there, and you put it in that bit, and then you colour around it. So like here, you've got 2 and 3. So you take the pictures that correspond, so Mum-Ra there, and that bit there of his hand, and then you put them there, and so on and so forth. And the stickers we've got, I mean, they're nice colours. They're definitely 80s, you can tell that. Because there's a lot of pastel colours going on there, but it's very, very nice. It says press out the shapes, wet the backs. Ah, right, so they're like stamps, effectively, old-fashioned stamps. So you push out the shapes, wet the backs, and then stick them in the correct spaces on the black and white pictures, then colour in the rest of the pictures. Should have checked that out, really. But yeah, that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to press out or cut out the backs, and then lick them, and then that'll stick on there. I bet it won't, and it's not something I'm willing to try. But various pictures. So you've got, like I say, Jaga and Lion-O. You've got in the throne room with the mutants and Mum-Ra. You've got Tigra getting out his set square and his other kit to fight the mutants there. And then you've got just a generic picture with some mutants chasing Lion-O with the Thundercat symbol flying in the sky because he's calling the Thundercats. And then the Robert Bearbells, woohoo, being chased by Jackalman, which was one of my nicknames at school. And then you've got Snarf and Chitara at the end there. So not too many pictures in the book there, but yeah. A much bigger book is this Thundercats activity book. Now, you do get to colour things in this, but like all activity books, it is mainly things like connect the dots and can you draw this picture because we've given you one square, copy it, overleaf, that kind of thing. Interesting enough, cost 50p. Lovely. Love this. Love this kind of stuff. Again, Grand Dreams produced it. So you've got Thundercat symbol there, which you can colour in. Be careful though, because felt tips will go through this paper like you wouldn't believe. It's very cheap paper. It is. So there, can you spot the difference? So spot the difference on the pictures. Let's have a look. Well, there's one. There's one because her gauntlet is different. There you go. That's one difference. Another difference is you can't see the greenery there. Look, there's another one. I'm not going to go through all these. But yeah, spot the difference is always fun. You've got a word search with somebody who's tried drawing the Thundercats font quite well actually, but they've drawn it rather than... And Mumra's Maze. Can you get out? Can you spot the difference? This is a lot, you know. Oh, I hate these. These I hate. You got to draw all the areas with a dot in it to find the shape of a Thundercat. So you will see on this picture there are loads of little dots, but you get confused and you eventually can't draw it, and it never works out well. Bloody rubbish. Finish this picture line now. Do it your bloody self. Shapes correspond to areas in the pictures. Of course they do. So you got a load of shapes at the bottom, you got to put them on the picture. Who can be arsed with that, really? Seriously. Another maze. They're dagger rocks, apparently. Yeah, Wily Kit and Wily Cat. There were 3 outline shapes of 3 other Thundercats. See if you can find them. Now I've had a look, and it's bloody difficult, is this? It really is hard. There's one. You see their head. It's their head. That's all it is. And there were others, and I can never find them. And I hate this sort of thing. Again, mazes, dot to dot. Differences. Can you find the real Panther in this jumble? Oh, this is it. This is what I fucking hate these things, right? It assumes that everyone has some sort of drawing ability. Now, I can tell you right now, I don't have any drawing ability. I'm terrible at drawing. So it's a case of, oh, well, yeah, it must be easy because you've got this and all you need to do is square by square. I still can't do it. I still never able to do it. Bloody rubbish. Absolute shite at that kind of thing I am. Mask. And that kind of thing. Acid lake in the middle if you can help Tiger go through the falling quicksand. Dot to dots. And it's that kind of... You get the idea. And a crossword at the end with no clues. Apart from the names of the people. Not exactly crosswits, is it, lads, is it? And then changing tack completely, Thomas the Tank Engine. Now, as a kid, I loved Thomas the Tank Engine. In fact, I still do love Thomas the Tank Engine. I used to have all the books, the long ones. Not collected books, the long ones. And they were great. And I loved the stories of Thomas the Tank Engine. And then Ringo Starr came along and ruined it. Interesting fact, he only really did the first season. So everybody associates Ringo with that in Britain. And he only ever did the one season. But still, they think that Thomas the Tank Engine rolled out of the station. And yeah, it's just professional scousers. We have, oh my word, number 6. Is that Edward? That's probably Edward. And then, I'm sure that is number 6. Oh no, 6 is Percy. There you go. It's because they're not coloured in. I don't. 6 is Percy. So you got a picture of Percy there, and then you've got tracing paper. And what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to put that over the picture, trace it yourself, and colour that in, rather than painting the actual pictures. So you got Percy in a bit of a tiz there with the Fat Controller, or Sir Topham Hatt, or whatever you're supposed to call him these days. And you got a picture of, I want to say James. I'm probably wrong again. It's because they're not coloured in. I don't know who they are. Number 1's easy. That's Thomas. So again, you've got this picture of Thomas. Get out the tracing paper. Got a picture of Thomas there. You're supposed to trace it, and you can see it if you. There you go. If you hold it tight over there, and there you got a nice picture of Thomas. And then the tractor, who again name escapes me. This is all past my time, really. But yeah, nice little book. Again, this is Grand Dreams. I think Grand Dreams just did everything in the 80s that was licensed. And then very finally, let me get out of the way. Very finally, we've got the Jewel in the Crown. We've got the Mask one, which is still Grand Dreams. Look, there you go. But this is a magic paint book. And then watch your pictures come to life. All you need is a brush. I have a kind of a brush. And you need some water. I have water. Look, got some water. So let's have a look. and see what we can see. Now the idea of these is that the ink's literally already on there. So, as it says there, just brush water over the pictures to see them come to life. A little washing up liquid added to the water may improve the colours. Ooh, interesting. Not going to do that because I don't think it's going to improve the colours now. But let's have a look and see what we can see. So we take the brush in a little bit of water. This is a brush off a razor, a shaver, by the way. That probably doesn't work. So let's see. And look, can you see? A little bit of water, and we're getting some green. Look at that. Isn't that special? And put it over there as well. And the good thing is, I keep thinking about it, it'll ruin it if I get it across the colours, across the lines there. It'll ruin it, and it won't ruin it at all. It'll make it better because it'll show the colours. And look, you can see the orange Brusato suit coming out. Look at that. How cool is that? I'm easily pleased. But yeah, literally the ink's already in there. Now considering this ink is about 30 years old, I'm surprised it's doing this. I'm surprised it's even coming out. But coming out it is. And look, you can see the orange and the grey of Brusato suit. That's quite cool. That is quite cool. We'll do the other leg as well while I'm here. There you go. Fill in his crotch. Make him look like he's wet himself. There you go. Bruce. So there you go. That works. I'm quite impressed. It still looks quite grey, I have to say. And the worst thing is, because it's quite wet, it's pooling in certain areas. So I'm trying to spread it out as much as I can. But yeah, that's Brusato doing his stuff. Let's see what other cool ones we've got. We've got Spectrum. We won't do Spectrum. We've got Slyrax. Is that his name? We've got T-Bob. We've got Gator. It's a very orange theme going through here. I got Vanessa Warfield there, and we've got Brad Connors and Condor. I think, let's do Condor. Let's have a look at Condor and see what colour that will come out as. See if it actually comes out the colour it should. Now it should be a green. There we go. Funny, green and orange seem to be the major two colours here that we seem to be uncovering. Yeah, green and orange. It's almost like there's a limited colour palette. What does that come out as? Oh no, look, there's a yellow. There's a yellow coming out. That's interesting. What colour are the clouds? Oh, the cloud, well, it's not cloud, it's sky, and it's blue. Oh, wow. Can you see that? Can you see the blue? It might be sort of a limited-ish colour palette, but it seems to be coming out okay on everything. There you go. So there you go. I think this is quite cool. I'm nerdily, childishly impressed with this. And so the main colour here is sky. I'm quite impressed, I have to say. Sadly, the dye is coming out and is affecting the water. I don't know if you can see that. The water's taking on a distinctly muddy colour. It isn't dirty water, I promise you. One last thing, because I'm interested. I want to see what the bolts of lasers come out as. They sort of come out an orangey yellow, but it does sort of infect all the colours and they all do bleed into each other. But it's fun. I quite enjoy it, this kind of thing. But let's walk through. What colour is Vanessa's hair? Let's find out. Oh, it's orange. There's a surprise. Vanessa's hair is orange, and let's have a look what her skin colour is. It is pink, well, obviously. And she's got orange lipstick. Why would she not have orange lipstick? I mean, I suppose the idea is just to paint as nicely as you can so as not to infect everything, but she's coming out exceedingly pink, which is ridiculous, but still, I like that a lot. And now that's been blotted a bit. How's that looking? That's looking decidedly orange and green, but that's a lot of fun. I like that a lot, so thank you very much for those, Jenny. I'm very much appreciative of that. So yeah, that's been my little show today. That's been what I've been doing, my little show and tell. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed the mixture of sort of comic book, 80s captivity books, and yeah, the DC reference books. I shall be back very soon. My next video probably will be the superhero box that I'm waiting on, but we shall see. I'm also going to be moving house soon, so that'll be fun. So you will see a new sort of area where I'm actually doing videos and stuff, so that'll be funsies, won't it? But until next time, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a friend, as Andrew Gold said. Also, again, Mercy's Little Show and Nerdburger. Watch them. They're good. They're very good. Bye-bye for now. Take care of yourselves and each other. See you around the bend.